Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making carrot cake.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Welcome to my kitchen. Today I told you I was going to make some carrot cake, and I want to tell you a little bit about the backstory behind this delicious carrot cake. We have a dear friend, and she's since passed. When we were on worship team at one of our churches that we attended, she would bring this warm out of the oven. I think she got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get it made for us. She was one of our pianists, and she did harmony vocals on our team, and she was a teacher in one of our school systems here in our city. She's just a fabulous lady, amazing baker, talented musician as well. And I got this carrot cake recipe from her probably, pushing 20 years ago, and it is absolutely delightful. So I'm gonna share it with you today. It does have nuts and raisins. If you want to put them in, take them out, you can. I'm only gonna put nuts in today because I'm taking it to church tomorrow since we're up on our worship team again. So the first thing we're gonna do, and it's the biggest ingredient in the cake, is shred the carrots, and we need 3 cups of shredded carrots. So I've just got carrots, I've peeled them, and I have, cut the top and the bottom off. I've got my trusty salad shooter, and if you don't have one of these, they're pretty handy. If you're not familiar, I'll just tell you, it shreds cheese great, no pun intended. But this is the shredder, cheese, carrots, apples, zucchini, anything like that. And there's also a slicer attachment. We got one for our wedding a long time ago, and I'm glad I kept it because it is one of my favorite kitchen tools. Plus, everything goes in the dishwasher, which is a great thing. So we're gonna get 3 cups of carrots. It's gonna be a little loud, but we'll be back when we get 3 cups. And I just use my big 4-cup measurer and then stop when we get up to the 3. All right, I've got a little over 3, and that's okay. If you've got extra carrots that you peeled, throw them back in the fridge. They're great for, a lunch or a snack or whatever. All right, so set those aside. And this cake is full of goodness. Make sure you add it all because it makes it so worth it. So we're gonna start off with 1.5 cups of oil. I have to turn that one upside down. And the oven is ready. It is preheated to 325 degrees. All right, so 1.5 cups of oil go in a nice large, and you might think that seems like a lot, but this carrot cake is so moist and delicious. Okay, now we're gonna add 4 eggs. That was an interesting crack. All right, let me swap my salad shooter out for my mixer. I know I always use my hand mixer, but if you got a KitchenAid, it makes super quick work of this. So we're just gonna beat up the eggs in the oil, much like you do that if it was butter. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna get 2 cups of sugar. And we're also gonna add just a little glug of vanilla, which is about a teaspoon. So put that in. And we're gonna mix this up a bit. And that looks good. One thing, I don't recommend you buying the pre-shredded carrots from the grocery store. They are kind of coarse and on the dry side, and I think that it would be a disservice to this delicious cake. So take the time and grate the carrot yourself. All right, so now we're gonna add some dry ingredients. We've got a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We have 2 teaspoons of soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then also we're going to get 2 cups of flour. More flour. All right, and we're going to gently mix this up. When I get a little bit of the flour mixed in, then I'm going to add all these carrots. You do want to make sure you have a big enough mixing bowl.
How many cups is that mixing bowl? Like how much big should it get?
Well, this is 8 cups, and I always use this one. I've had this Pyrex since we got married, so I don't know. I just always use this one. It will be full, but it will be good. All right, now here's the point where if you want to add 1 cup of raisins, if you like that, and 1 cup of pecans, you can add that now. I am going to add pecans. It's one of my favorite things in this carrot cake. I do like raisins, but not a lot of people do, so I'm omitting them today. And my dear mother-in-law, who is a super amazing carrot cake connoisseur, thinks that this is truly the best carrot cake she's ever had, and she's had a lot of carrot cake. So we're gonna mix the nuts in. I'm gonna grab a spatula. Just get it all mixed in really well. Make sure it's all folded in. I don't know why, but I've always associated spring with carrot cake. I don't know why, but I have. So it is the most beautiful spring day we've had yet this year, I think. So we're making it for you. So there's 3 ways that I've made this cake. I've made it in 2 8-inch layer cakes, and this is a really heavy cake. So once you build, and you can even make triple layers if you want, if you just use 8-inch pans. I'm doing a 9x13 today, and I've also used a bundt pan that's super pretty as well. So you can pick the pan that you want for this 9x13. It takes about an hour because it is a more dense cake. But let me tell you what, it's worth the wait. All right, spread it out nice and smooth. All right, so we're gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna put it in for 50 minutes at 325, and we're gonna check it. It might need more time, it might be done, but we'll check it then. So let's get this in the oven. All right, so that was 50 minutes, and we are gonna take a look here. Got my toothpick ready. This is such a heavy, dense cake that sometimes it takes longer, so. Yeah, I don't know if you can see how wet that is. I'm gonna go 10 minutes longer. just because I know it usually takes an hour. So let's go 10 more minutes. Let's go 7. All right, let's see what that 7 minutes did. And don't worry about this cake. It always, always, always has fallen in the middle. Okay. Oh, that looks so good enough. And it's pulled away from the side, so I'm gonna call that good. All right, so our carrot cake is out of the oven. Now we're gonna wait for it to cool, and then I'll be back and show you how to make the delicious cream cheese frosting that will spread on top. So we'll see you probably in an hour or so, but in TV land, it'll be magically next. Well, welcome back. Our cake is cooled off. I'm gonna show you how to make some cream cheese frosting to go on top. So we're gonna start out with 3 cups of powdered sugar. Now, if you made, a mess. No, if you made the 2 8-inch, two layer cake, you want to make the whole batch of cream cheese frosting, which I'll put in the description below. I'm only making a half a batch because we just don't need that much for the top. I still about use the same amount of powdered sugar, which is kind of funny, but. All right, so there's about 3 cups. So then I have a half a stick of butter melted and a half a brick of cream cheese, so 4 ounces of each. And in they go. Give it a twist of that and turn your mixer on real gentle here. Wow, I'm just making a mess with this.
It's almost like a real kitchen.
It's almost. All right, wow, I'm gonna get that off the counter because that is a lot that I'm missing. Okay, I'm gonna get our splash of vanilla in there.
Is that equivalent to a glug?
Yeah, a glug, a teaspoon. Now, if you want it thinner, you just need to add a little milk to it, but I find that if your cream cheese and your butter are soft enough, and I put them in the microwave, that you really don't need any milk or anything to thin it out. I'm gonna give it a taste. That's great. So good. There. All right, we got our cake. I might need. So then you're just gonna frost it like you would. Could have made just a tiny bit more, but it'll be just fine. I'm not big on frosting anyway. I like it, but I don't love it. There we go. Your cake is all done. It's so beautiful. It's ready to cut into and eat, and it's really heavy. So good. All right, so now that we got it all frosted, I'm gonna cut into it and show you how beautiful it is. Let's see if I can get a piece out. The first one's always hard. Not too shabby. And there you have it. The most delicious carrot cake. It's so good. It's so moist, delicious. Here's a crumb. Yum. I hope you try it. It's not so hard to make. Cream cheese frosting goes together really fast, quick and easy. The hardest part is waiting for it to cool so that you can frost it and eat it. So I just want to say thanks again so much for joining me today in my kitchen. I sure appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode. I was going to say good morning, but it's noon.
Yeah, I love carrot cake. It's gonna be so good.
I know, right?
Okay. Could use a fill light right here.
Oh, to see in there?
No, for your face and the oven. It's all over your head. There's no light here.
This is low budget.
Ain't that the truth,
Yeah.
sister? This is front camera part 4 of carrot cake, the frosted aid.
I can't wait to eat this.
Gonna taste good, I know.